family. Hey, how are you guys doing on this Mother's Day? How are you? Well, as you can see, that I've been pretty much lounging for the most part of the day. My Mother's Day has been fun filled. It's been quiet. When I tell you that it's been quiet, it's been quiet. My kids are in there cooking a meal for me. Well, a meal for us, really. But then, I had this taste for crispers from Chili's. So Tony and Tioni went to Chili's to go get me some crispers, though they are still preparing this meal. And I just had a taste for them, and so they were like, "Mom, you can have whatever you want today. It is your day. You can have whatever you want." And I was like, "Really? Whatever I want?" And so I was like, you know what? I really, really got a taste for some crispers. Now, mind you, I've been on this alkaline lifestyle since April 1st. And I have to tell you that um, I love it. When I tell you that I absolutely love it, I love it. And let me give you a few reasons why. But first, I want to read an excerpt from this book here. I love, love, love this book. I have this one and the orange one. Let me get the orange one so you guys can see it. Hold on, family. When I tell you that these have truly been my Bibles for health, these two books here, I have put them on social networks so you guys can, understand the process and understand what going alkaline is truly about. So this video here is mainly about going alkaline and the benefits thereof. Okay, but I wanted to read something that here on page 26 in the green one. This one here has recipes and such, and this is a really, really good one. But between the two, I really, really like this one. I like both of them, let me just say. But the alkaline drink that she speaks of, I believe it's in this one. I don't know. I go between both of them. Anyway, I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna give you guys the recipe anyway because we're gonna do it together. We're gonna make some juice, and I'm going to show you guys what it is that I put inside of my juice. Now, one thing about going alkaline, as long as you attempt to consume 80% of your food or whatever you're taking in, as long as it's on an 80-20 rule. So you want to stay more neutral, as they call it, when you're going, because it's acidic, it's neutral, and then it's alkaline. Okay? And you want to stay away from acidic, and you want to remain kind of neutral. And to remain neutral, you want to consume more like 80% of your nutrients, your intake. You want those to be of high alkaline. Now the 20%, that's whatever else you're going to consume, but 80% of your meals need to be on a high alkaline base. Okay, that's the gist of all of these together, as well as the pH balanced diet. This is really also a good book, but it takes you in like phases, different phases of going alkaline, and in which that's cool if that's what you want. That's cool. But in this particular book here, let me just read this really, really fast, and then we're going to talk about it and dissect it. I just want you guys, as I was telling you guys before, to do your homework in reference to the alkaline concept, because a lot of people just truly don't understand it. They don't know anything about it. But this is so ancient. Actually, this is something that has been going on for years. And a lot of people, some people do it, but some people just are unaware. And so it is me that I've chosen myself to come upon this platform to my viewers and listeners and watchers and family and so on and so forth to kind of introduce you guys into the alkaline lifestyle and to bring it to you the way Tina knows how to bring it to you. Sometimes, the way people perceive a message is different based on whoever's giving the message. There's times when I'm constantly like, well, dog, I really need to kind of pipe down on my tongue. And I do try to do that. But then one day I was looking at it while I was at the gym and I was like, you know what? For messages to be, for a person to relate to a particular message, sometimes they have to get that message a certain type of way. Everybody don't learn things on the same accord. Just like for me, I struggled for years in math. Math has been my nemesis throughout school. From K through college, math has always been my stinger. And so, it depends on, who's teaching it and how I perceive the message from them. So some people can learn things through audible from things that they hear, and then some people are visual. So it just depends on how you perceive messages. And for me, as out that day when I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what? I think Father kind of, he don't have a problem with my tongue. The reason why he don't have a problem with my tongue because I'm reaching people, other people in this process. I'm taping right now, so wow. Okay.
Those are your shoes that we got you.
Wow, thank you, pretty.
You're welcome.
Senior, thank you. Okay, I'll be in there. Take the baby with you.
Okay, come on, princess.
Wow, thank you, baby.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Thank you.
You can't be on camera.
Hi, pretty. Hi, you want to come up here, mommy? Come on. Are you going to jump up here? Okay, well then go with sister. Go with sister. If you're going to come up here, what? Because right now you're interrupting mama's flow. Are you going to come up here or not? Okay, well then go with sister.
They're going back.
Okay. All right. Family. Senior and they went to go get me some crispers and come back. Oh my God. Heck yeah. Wow. Okay, they got me a 10. Wow. Oh, they are gorgeous. And as a matter of fact, they match my Vicky blouse perfectly. Vicky, do you see this? They match the blouse perfectly. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow. I mean, I was kind of thinking that we were done, It's the little bitty things. I hate to go on this little tangent, but it's the little things sometimes, and especially when you've been blessed with a few things, it's like, I want to just pretty much be around family and with my kids, and if they cook me something and all that other kind of stuff, I wasn't really expecting them to go way out. I mean, I've already been blessed with a whole bunch of things, and just to get me something else is just, that was unexpected. So after I get off this video, I'm gonna have to go in there and give some hugs and kisses and smooches, because wow. Anyway, let me set these to the side because I'm going to wear them tomorrow at the gym with my Vicky blouse. I'm doing this on tomorrow. So let me just set that there. But I wanted to, say something in reference to this. Okay, it says, alkaline blood makes for an alkaline body which promotes health, beauty, and longevity, and enables one to fight diseases, toxemia, and aging. Moreover, weight loss is much easier when our bodies are in an alkaline state. An acidic body tends to hold on to excessive weight and makes losing weight much more difficult. That's because when overloaded with acid, the eliminative organs, such as your lungs, your kidneys, they become overwhelmed and cannot remove all of the waste. So much of the toxic acidic waste gets stored in fatty tissues all over the body, as explained in chapter 1. The more toxins you have in your body, the more the fat cells expand to store the toxins. Since the body is always trying to protect itself from much of the waste, it gets pushed away from the vital organs, which is why fat tends to collect in the usual problem areas, namely under the chin, on the upper arms, along the midsection, and along the hips and thighs. An overly acidic body also greatly diminishes our beauty. Excessive acidic acid acidity, there we go, can be a major contributing cause of premature aging, along with premature lines, wrinkles, acne, dark circles under the eyes, limp, limp, bodiless, and otherwise unhealthy hair, and brittle nails. This is why it is important to really understand that the overt symptoms all start with the biochemistry of an acidic body. In order to in order to make ourselves the healthiest, most youthful, and most beautiful we can be, we must support our body's effort to stay at its perfect, slightly alkaline pH by making changes in our diets. We must also become conscious of the foods, of which foods leave an alkaline residue, which foods leave an acidic residue in our bodies. So, and they're basically talking about the 80-20 rule here. And they're just basically start talking about which foods are more acidic and which ones are more alkaline, so on and so forth. But let me tell you now, after I've read all that, let me break it down in my term, okay? Now, for me to get the 80-20, what I tend to do is I tend to drink my alkaline choices, okay? Because to sit before a whole platter or a whole, pantry of fruits and vegetables, you'll go crazy. And especially a person like me, I can't chew those things. I have to swallow and drink those things. It's easier for me. It's easier for me to digest. So what I tend to do is I tend to drink them. Now, as on Facebook yesterday, one of my girls was wanting to know what is it that I put in my green juice that I drink before I go to bed. I put 1 handful of kale, spinach, romaine lettuce, 1 handful, just 1 handful, which means just a couple of sprigs off of a strand, off of a leaf. A little bit, handful, that's good enough. I put 1 stalk, and I put some wheatgrass, 1 stalk of celery, a half a cucumber, and I use 1 large golden delicious apple as a sweetener, okay? And when I tell you I sleep so much better, my face and stuff is getting so, I don't know, my color is like changing. Based in my ancestral background, I do have different things in my background. Reason I have the high cheekbones, I have more of a reddish tone. I live here on the Indian reservation, so then therefore that lets you know what is more of my background from my mother's side. My mother was born here in this particular city, and this is where she also lied. And so my mom had a lot of Indian, her father was an Indian, but my mother's mother was more Brazilian and black. And this is the reason why I guess I have the color tone that I have. But if you ask me, I'm all black, okay? Because my mom, if you look at her on the surface, she was black. Though she did have nice hair and blah, 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 she was black. My father, black. I'm black, okay? But there are different perks that I was able to get based on my bloodline. So and then it falls down on, you know, my aesthetics, on what I look like or whatever the case. But you know, it is what it is. Is rather subjective anyway, what tends to be a beauty. So, you know, hey, all I can say to you is to, as long as you're healthy, then that should be your goal of beauty. To look not only good on the outside, on whatever you done on the outside, that's cool. But on the inside, as long as your organs and your inside is smiling and you're looking good on the inside, then the rest of it will follow, in my opinion. So my thing to you guys is also like those chia seeds. Those are good chia seeds. Excuse me. I also um, I use hemp protein. I no longer use whey. I still have some whey, of course, but whey is more of a dairy. It's a dairy product, though I'm not getting away from dairy. Don't misunderstand me. But the hemp protein is more of there's no dairy based into that protein. It's muscle building and so many other different things when you get into more of a hemp protein as opposed to a whey protein. Hemp protein, it has is more alkaline, and then it has so many other benefits that you guys at your own leisure look into. I'm aware that everybody is on a weight loss journey. Everybody is, and that is family. That is awesome. Okay, because let's face it, we're not getting no younger. None of us are. You know, and as my mama used to say when we were kids, keep on living. You know, but the thing is to live your best life, whatever it is to live your best life, stand firm in your truth, drink some water, you know, and hey, move about this country. You know, get some agility up, some cardiovascular health, and hey, that's it. Whatever you was predisposed with genetically, as far as your facial, you know, features or whatever, your body, this and that, either you fix it or cover it up. That is just my position, okay? And I'm not saying that onto anyone. I'm saying for me, either I'm gonna fix it or I'm gonna simply cover it up. That's it. And I've always went through, you know, I've always been a fixer, you know, be it if I had to get cosmetic surgery or whatever, you know, I had to do what I had to do. And those of you guys will soon see, as you guys lose your weight and come down, and especially when you're anywhere over 200 and say 75, 80 pounds, you know, especially it, well, let me say this, if you've been overweight for a period of time, so you can be 267 pounds, but your body just you've never been that, and all of a sudden you just, you know, shot up to 267, and it's like, wow, what happens now? Well, when you do lose that weight, your, you know, elasticity will kind of bounce back, and you won't have all of the hanging and the sagging and all those other types of things. But if you've been overweight for say over 5 years, then the probability of it bouncing all the way back is almost slim to none. Okay, if you've been large for a period of time, it's just not going to. That's just the fact of it all. And for somebody to tell you that it will not. Okay. um and also, you know, I'm getting questions about, you know, work. I get questions about different things, you know, working out, like, you know, auntie, how many sit-ups do I need to do? I'm trying to get my, you know, my midsection down, and what do you think about waist training and all those other types of things? Well, all of that stuff is good, but none of that stuff is going to work if you don't get no cardio in, period. If you don't get no cardio in, I'm sorry. You could do all the waist training. You could do all of the sit-ups and all those things in the world. You could do all that kind of stuff. But you're not going to get the same result as you would get if you just, you know, begin to do some cardio and move about. Moving about is, that is simply the coup de grace. That's the mega of the whole situation. And you don't want to compete with your workouts with what you're eating. So I can go in the gym and I can lift like a beast, And I could sit in there for 2 hours, but hell, if I leave from the gym and I go and I consume, a 900 calorie meal, then guess what? That 800 calories that I just burned at the gym, now I'm in a deficit now, because now I've ate 900 and something calories. So now that was, in a sense, probably a free meal, but also I'm tacking on an additional 100 calories. It's a lot of weights and balances here. One thing about weight loss journey is it's a lot about numbers. It truly is. It's a lot about numbers. When it's dealing with your health, everything is numbers. Your values, as far as your blood values, as far as your measurements. A lot of doctors, just like Dr. Oz, his main thing is what's the circumference of your waist. When you suck it in, if a woman's waist is below 35 inches, then she's seemingly more healthy than a woman that would not. So, everything is based on numbers. It's a numbers game.